Hey, welcome to another edition of the Lego Sellers stream. I got with me tonight Foo Bricks
How's it going, guys?
and Michael, otherwise known as Great South Bricks.
Hello.
We had a great interview last week with Bricklink. I'm happy to say that we'll be able to keep that going in the future as well. They're planning on having some more streams with us, and in order to better address some of the concerns of people on the forum, I'm actually going to try to make it a point to read the forum more often and track some of those issues that are burning with questions over there. So I don't know if anybody else has ever really kept up with the forum or yes, no.
I did a little bit a while back, and then I just got out of the habit.
But the only reason why I don't go on there that much, it just seems to be the same people.
It's a pretty negative place.
Yeah. I actually miss one of the people that used to post on there all the time, which was Thor. Even though he was his opinion was differed from a lot of people, he had a well-stated opinion. It was backed by legal stuff instead of questions.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the forum in quite a while, honestly. I've been busy with other things.
Yeah, it was interesting posting on there and seeing not necessarily good or bad the reaction, but a lot of people, or at least by the number of comments made, it seemed like a lot of people. But once you looked at the names, it was just the same people having a conversation about what they were really concerned about, and that's eBay Marketplace, or sorry, PayPal Marketplace, and what it means and what it's going to do, and all of these changes that were going unexplained because it put these drastic sort of weight on their shoulders due to what could happen with their account. They could I believe it was hold funds, freeze funds, and retract funds, which to me actually sounds more like a process for a table than it does commands. You need to hold the transaction, you need to freeze the transaction to make sure nothing happens, and then you need to refund a portion of that transaction. I believe that there is the exact same type of thing happening on Brick Owl when you refund someone on your order, because you can refund somebody directly based upon what is missing from their order from an interface, and it's actually it's hella easy. And the person knows exactly what is happening. This can go out before the order even ships out. You have to put a comment in to say something to them. The only thing that it's lacking that I wish is that it did the coupon discount correctly, but that's just me being anal retentive. I always leave if they got a discount on something and I shorted them on a part, they still get the discount on the part that I'm refunding them in full for. But that's just the completeness side of me, that wants a certain process to flow. Anything?
I agree with you. The refunds on Brick Owl are really easy. And I've had to actually, the famous 19 pink stud order I had.
Yes.
They never did confirm if their shipping address was correct, so I canceled it. And I refunded them.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through it easy. You just have to remember that when it's at least on the Brick Owl side, if you're using Brick Sync, you have to re-upload.
Yes.
Parts,
yes.
Which I did. So all 19 studs.
So I actually came upon a weird occurrence that happened this week, and I'm actually really glad that it did happen. Is I had a buyer purchase a Technic Link from me in DBG of a certain length and purchase a second one. And it was in 2 locations, just one of each they purchased, exact same part, same color, everything. And to me, it was like, oh, cool, thanks for letting me know I had a duplicate lot here. I'm going to go condense this after that. I always enjoy it when people do that, because I do it too. Instead, when I went into my Bricklink inventory, it only showed that I had one lot available. So at some point, that either never transferred over or I had a canceled order over on Brick Owl that I never fully uploaded the changes to back to Bricklink, and there's other pieces out there. So I'm going to have to dive down that rabbit hole very soon because it's been itching.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those things that's hard to track. If you forget to upload something and your inventory is off, you don't catch it until the lot's empty and there's still something there.
Yeah.
That's happened to me a few times on a few orders where I've went to sell a part, and according to the system, I sold everything I had, but I still had 5 left.
Yeah.
It was actually train wheels. And I was like, well, sweet. I guess I have extra train wheels to upload and sell again.
Yeah. That's
Still
all.
problem to have, I guess. But
That's a great part.
Would have been nice to have sold it in the first place, but you know.
It's also very important to do when you're quote unquote importing parts from another realtor, is to do an actual count on them and not depend upon them to do the count. There are actually some sellers that will, when you're working in the world of bulk, we're talking 1,000 or so elements at a time purchased from them. They'll throw some in. They'll throw in an extra certain percentage just so that they don't have anything that could possibly be going wrong.
CYA bricks.
Is that somebody who does that?
No, CYA bricks.
Oh, okay. I was like, ooh,
That's many bricks.
That's a pretty
CYA
controversial name.
That would actually be a good store name for somebody.
Yeah. Draw some attention. All right, so we came up with all these topics for today during the stream, and
I don't remember a single one of them.
All right, so okay. Oh yeah, the 250K. We've got a couple people who are in the Lego challenge or Lego 250K challenge in the chat as well. We're hoping to have everybody who's available who's in that right now to come on, give their store a little shout, and that way help anybody watching choose teams if you so want to. Of course, they're probably going to have to get you to do that one way or another, but see what we got.
I had one order that came in from Bricklink, and it was from someone who was rooting for me in the 250K challenge. So you know who you are, and thank you. I call names on there.
How are they rooting for you if they're buying from you? Rooting for you means buying from somebody else.
Right. Well, they said, I'm pulling for you, but I really need these parts. And so I said, I wrote them back, and I said, that's fine. I need people like you to keep me from getting the 250.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No. You guys need to get to 250. We need to continue this on.
I agree, but I also like sales.
And yes, this is Buenos Aires time. No, we didn't want to have an overrun into hauling and balling. We want to be respectful. They had a great interview going on with Chad from Philly Brickfest and Brickfest Live. So, plus we were watching it. Pumpkin says, at what percentage a set is discounted when you are ready to buy? As Fu replied, depends upon the set, but basically I have a thing like I can't say no if it's over, 85%, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. There's something in there that's going to make up for that.
I'll buy any Lego set for $1, but there's also one that I think it was Doc that came up with originally. He said he saw some Bionicle at $250 and he had to think about it.
I'd buy Bionicle at $250 in a heartbeat, especially the nature ones that they came out with the giant, trans whatever color chest piece and heads and armor. Like, forget it, out the door. Like, of course I'm going to go for that. But I've got a thing for transparent pieces.
You do like your trans colors.
I do.
Like this stuff.
Exactly. Actually, that's something I need because that glows.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to find my order from the aforementioned person who's rooting for me.
I should get working on my Glow Zone mocks at some point. Talking about procrastination last night.
Glow Zone still a thing?
You guys can't be. Yes, it is. You guys cannot be procrastinating on the 250K. So.
Because if you do, I'll reopen my store and put all my used stuff in there and win. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
I'd say go ahead, man. Knock us all out of the park.
So Kittenville, your link is sent as well. Casey Metro, how come you're not in on doing some of this 250K challenge, man?
Is he not there yet?
I don't know, man. Didn't want to do it. Actually, I do want to have Casey Bricks on to talk about his photography with this stuff.
Oh yeah.
And why he doesn't do more postings like that.
Because it takes forever.
But it's really cool to look at.
It is, but it takes forever. You ever rolled a set?
Maybe leave it for Wednesday, Thursdays, where it's less orders or something, or whatever their days of the week for less orders are.
I was building an old set one time. I knolled all the pieces, had it all laid out. It took forever. So I could imagine doing that.
It's fun to look at.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so officially in the 250K challenge, the people we have in here who have expressed interest to myself or Foo that they want to be in this is ABC Builds, BrickQuest, Foo Bricks, Brick Repository, Mevitz Bricks, Zombricks, and Kittenviller Ranch. As we stated in the last stream, we sort of laid down the 250K entry. Anybody before that was grandfathered in, but we want to have a starting ground. And we're not, and I don't think you're looking for somebody who's got like 235,000 pieces just to join it and win the next day, right? You're looking for people who are going to put some time in and some effort in and
some money.
And some money.
Yeah. Well, you got to buy the sets, right?
Well, they've already got the money in, obviously, and part of this is pushing for everybody to work down their shame piles. So.
And I'm doing that in various ways, but parting out is part of it.
Yes. I've been doing quite a bit on my personal shame pile as well.
I'm adding to mine.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
I think, Michael, your whole room's a shame pile, isn't it?
It now is, yes. It's a semi-organized shame pile. It's a shame room.
It was great. It was great to see that Malaysia deal go through, by the way. Thank you.
Yep. I'm glad you're happy with your receivings there. It was a big box. It was heavy, too.
I am. I was very happy.
The lots you wanted, I cleared them out. So that's all they had. I asked they had more than back, too.
I'll be honest, I'm not jealous about the Malaysia deal. I'm jealous about the food you were posting about.
Yeah, that too, man. That was pretty jealous about that stuff. But so I got the old style letter tile, 1x2 in white. The flower stems, a little bit over half of a kilo, and white flowers.
On sprue.
On the sprue?
On the sprue.
Yep.
So that worked out well. Worked out very well.
That was good.
The Malaysia deal was fun. That was a frenzy when I was in there.
I can imagine that, having to get in there, and if you didn't research it beforehand, it would have been a cluster.
Yeah, I'd been sitting there on that really crappy LTE trying to find prices.
Indeed.
Only had 45 minutes, for those who don't know, to get in there, buy my stuff, and get out to get my really expensive ticket refunded. Because Legoland out there is not cheap, even for Asia standards. I mean, it was close to 70 US for the park ticket. You know, I had 45 minutes to shop, and I said, well, can I have an hour? And they're like, yeah, sure, fine. So,
but even if you did have to pay, I mean, $70 with taking over the number of parts that, you know, had they had a full stock is what I mean. Like, we were looking at some great pieces there if they had been in stock. I mean, 1x2 LBG tile would have been sick.
Yes, and I was really hoping for that one, and it wasn't there. But I got the 2x2s.
Yeah, those would have warranted a bag of their own.
Yep, and that's what happened.
I would have been ponying up for airfare for Lego and stuff like that had that occurrence happened.
Yeah,
so, but I mean, what I'm saying is, if somebody out there is going to make one of these trips, it behooves you to do some recent research, not just rely upon rumor of what is out there.
It took some very clever Googling for me to find out what was there, too.
That's good.
So we got a question from Bones. You want to take that one, Big B?
It says no justification needed. Is there a need for the 1x2 letter tile? Letter tile is on the Pick-a-Brick wall. Well, I did not know that, but that also goes towards our theory that Legoland Malaysia is working off of the same circulation as the Lego stores. And Bones, next time you go, let me know, because I'll take a cup.
Yeah, Bones, I'm curious which Pick-a-Brick wall you're seeing on. None of the stores I've been to in the past 6 months have had it. I've been in quite a few around the country, so I'm curious.
Yeah, Bones, we're going to have to do some chatty talking. Maybe some trades for sig fig pieces. Indeed.
Sounds fair. India. I haven't been to that one.
Well, Bones got like 3 variants for his head.
But even with Pick-a-Brick walls in the United States, I haven't found 2 stores that were the same. Even both here in Atlanta are different.
I have. It's not exactly the same, but availability based upon they had the same distribution, not necessarily the same availability.
But like the one here I went to the other day, I picked up all their bamboo brick. They had it again for some reason, so I bought it all.
You got their what?
Bamboo brick, the 1x1 round greens with 3 bamboo leaves.
Oh, with the leaf. Okay.
Yeah, they call it bamboo.
Yeah, they've been at every Pick-a-Brick store that I've been to in this area or in your area.
The vegetation on the wall usually goes well. There's some perennials, the red flowers on a sprue. You'll always see, the bamboo and the flower stems coming back in and out, as well as white flowers. But it's not as frequent as some would really want.
Right.
Looks like Kittenville joined us.
Oh, hey.
How's it going, Kittenville?
I think we have audio from him.
Can't hear. They did have, I have seen tree parts on there. I've seen the little tree, the black piece with the 4 spokes up coming off the sides of it, and I've also seen the bamboo leaves, or the palm frond leaves, excuse me.
Which size, the big ones or the small ones?
The larger ones.
Those are good, but man, they don't fit in cups well.
No, they don't. And that was in green and black for the attachment piece.
Yeah, I've seen those black ones too.
The black ones, in my opinion, actually any of them should not be counted as plant category on Bricklink.
It's a weird looking bar, but it's
the old school lantern. That's
right.
I'll call it a lantern. But I'm also dumb.
To quote Asia, same but different.
Yes.
But
I was just saying you saw the DBG slope. The 2x1 45 degree on the wall as well. I think that's one we saw on the list and bypassed because weight to price ratio.
I probably still would have picked it up. A box of them.
Right, but would you have to import from Malaysia?
Oh no, not Malaysian prices.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yep, we got you this time, Kittenville. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Got a little bit of feedback on my end. I guess I'm using...
Anybody else have echo or anything like that?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
I'm good here.
My headset mic is not working, so I had to use the laptop.
It's got a little bit of a boomy God sound to it, but it's good.
You get to sound like Thor, man. That's cool.
Bones is saying, I wish the Pick-a-Brick website had each store would be updated in a picture weekly. There is a website out there that tracks Pick-a-Brick, but it is user input.
And it's never updated.
It never really gets updated, and we had a manager at my old home store in Seattle that she used to update that herself.
That's nice.
I thought that was a really great idea.
Yeah, Swallow Bricks, I believe, is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
It's at least you can get a rough idea, but I wouldn't rely on that. There's one piece on that thing you listen to one, and it's not within the past month. It's probably not going to be there.
Unfortunately, Bones, she left Lego to join the Peace Corps. So.
What a terrible reason.
Double VIP points ending on the 31st. All right, so Kittenviller, how did you do this week?
Show your work.
He's down to no sound again.
All right. How about now?
You're good.
All righty. This week I didn't really do a whole lot. I've been trying to get everything ready for Brick Universe. Did go to Walmart and picked up the Pug Polly for $2.50 a bag. Not the Pug Polly, but the DC Heroes.
That's a good price. I was able to pick up some of the Duplo fish and the new City Construction one for $2 each at one in South Carolina that I happened to be driving by.
Hey, you're just all over the place getting deals.
Yeah, that was a consulting gig I had to do, and I needed gas. Across the street from the gas station was Walmart, and I was like, well, I'll pop in and see what they have.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And they also had $2 sand base plates.
So how many of those did you get?
We only had 4. I got them all.
So I wonder what's the next base plate to come back? Are they going to be moving off of the bright green back to original green?
I hope so.
I mean, sand is an original color for base plate. It's not like it's new or anything like that. So
I think they actually came out with the blues because they're making them again for the Taj Mahal. I had too many.
Well, they had never discontinued it. You used to be able to go and get it because it was still part of and still available as part of Sydney Opera House, full size.
Yeah, but it wasn't on the shelves at Walmart.
Right. You can also get a 48 by 48 blue from Taj Mahal, or not from Taj Mahal, but from Opera House.
Yeah, one part from the Taj Mahal that's on the pick-a-brick wall at my store is the turntable base in white.
Yeah.
Still?
That's been out there for a bunch of times.
I had to buy more turntable toppers because I actually sold out of them.
I bought those white pieces because I was like, oh, yeah, people wanting to put they'll love that. Then, like, 6 months later, they bring back the Taj Mahal. So now I have a bunch of white ones.
Yeah.
Oh, the red base plates. Good question, yeah. Ralph. I'd love to see those.
Ralph was just asking, and I was checking, and I had just forgotten that I recently sold my red base plates. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping they come out with the regular green. Those will be popular if they come out.
Regular green base plates?
Yeah.
You can still get them. They're still in production. They've never gone out of production.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At Walmart, at Target.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Widely available. And I'm thinking from a seller perspective, that means they're going to be on clearance eventually. We'll never sell out of those. So
Casey
Toys R
Metro is
Us.
saying try the Pick-a-Brick Wall Exchange group on Facebook.
Yes, that's true. I'm on there.
I wonder if that's someplace where I can go and just pay somebody to buy me Lego.
Yes.
It is?
Yeah, there's a guy on there who, at his store, he tells you, oh, pay me this much for the cup, and I'll ship it to you without the cup. So yes, to answer your question.
Could be worth looking into for people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice.
So the Toys R Us liquidation is a joke so far.
Oh yeah, complete joke. So I've seen from 0 to 5% in most places. A couple people were talking about a 15 in theirs or a 30 at theirs, but for the most part, it's pretty slack.
Honestly, I think 30% is probably about as good as it's going to get, unless you want Chima.
If it's similar to what Kmart did, they'll jack up their prices a little bit, which Toys R Us already does.
They already did that. Yeah.
And then slowly,
Yep.
very slowly bring them down. And the first things to go are the good stuff at 5-10%. And then you're going to be left with construction figs and battle packs.
But, battle packs ain't no joke, man. You wait for them to no longer be around. I've got some of the weird battle pack ones that I have that I had parted out fully. The parts are not as plentiful as before now and are starting to go a lot more.
Yeah.
I've even started to see my Ewoks sell pretty heartily.
Even sealed battle packs do well. I bought some battle packs for $5 at Walmart, and I sold them for $28 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Sealed.
28 for a battle pack?
Yep, because that soldier is no longer in production and you can't get the same markings, and it's actually cheaper to go that route than buying a custom fig, because a custom fig's $12 and that'd be $48 for the pack. So I mean,
I don't know. I've never liked the battle packs, but that's not from a seller's perspective either.
they're pretty crappy builds in there. I mean, you're paying for 4 minifigures, and you're not paying for any Lego that you're going to build.
Yeah, Army Builders pick them up.
4 minifigs and a bunch of flip fire missiles and those little guns.
Casey Metro is asking, will TRU continue to live online? I'm going to say probably not. I've got an order in with TRU before the announced liquidation. I put it in a week and a half ago. It still hasn't shipped. It's only 6 small sets. And they even sent me an email today. Your order is going to be delayed. I already knew that. I shipped it in 6 days. And it was at full price. There were certain things I wanted to get that were TRU exclusive.
I should go check to see my order. As soon as they started doing it, I went and spent all of my TRU money.
TRU rewards, yeah.
Rewards. I
That's why I placed it too. I
put a $60 order in and had to pay the $5 or $6 for shipping, because they raised shipping from $29 free to $100 free. So I mean, they're trying to get everything they can get out of it. It's a failing business with a failed business model that was just living in the luxury of what the memory of it was from the 1980s. So.
And 90s. Early 90s.
Yeah, Casey Metro is saying he's closing his TRU rewards card soon. I'm presuming he needs a credit card. Which, if you don't close it, they'll just automatically convert it to some other credit card in the same bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll sell it.
They'll give you something else.
But I have heard the rumor of the reemergence of KB Toys from this.
Yeah.
With them coming off and going back to a retail thing. And I actually thought KB was a better model that would survive in today's modern climate, with just, instead of being the everything toy store where Walmart and Target and every other store has that as well available in there, like cut out all of the everything that everybody else has, baby stuff, cut out the, what everybody else has, and offer unique, cool toys. Be the place where that has a selection of, cool stuff from Asia as well.
Yeah, KB Toys as a kid was cool. I liked going in there.
KB Toys was cooler than going to Toys R Us for me.
Yeah, you walk in, you see the weasel ball thing going crazy on the white table at the door, and then you go find whatever you're looking for. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yep, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Thank you. Got some weird looks from Big B right there.
Then it was called a weasel ball.
Weasel ball.
That's what it is, yeah. It's actually the toy back in the day.
For me, it was actually because they had a really great selection of minifigures. The miniatures for games like Dungeons & Dragons or any other game. They actually were one of the few companies that would stock some of the stuff that was coming out from Germany.
That was before my time.
They were made of pewter. We tried to paint them. Let's see.
We
I
can
know
look
Lego
forward
is
to
fighting
them all.
Toys R Us too on the liquidation.
So we discussed briefly the chances of doing a feature or a featurette sometimes on the show of seller ask me anything, and see if we get some other sellers on here to ask questions too. We're trying to put together a little bit of a Bricklink tool incubator, if you will, where we can sort of do some brainstorming on sellers' tools and use that to hopefully make proper suggestions if we are given the opportunity ever.
Yahoo Bricks has the great tutorial on Brickstock. Now if we get BrickSync.
Well, asking you shall receive. I should guess I need to do a BrickSync tutorial. Huh? I can do one. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, BrickSync was me. I just set it up and went.
I've never used it. I don't know if it's easy or difficult.
Good idea, Kitten. I'll make note of that and get to recording.
I've got an almost dead device. I guess I could put Puppy Linux on it and put that source in for BrickSync and just plug it into the modem.
Yep. Or if you're looking for something cheap, get a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
That'll work too. But if I remember right, it's been a while since I've done BrickSync, but you just have to get your API keys from both BrickOwl, Bricklink, put them in the file, the config file, just text edit, and that's pretty
Input
much
into
it.
there. You got to just put your username and password in there.
And you don't want too many queries, so you said 15 or maybe every 30 minutes.
I'll do 10 minutes
Oh,
for order checking every 10 minutes.
So these videos that you're making, are you going to put like $1 per view type of thing on them eventually?
That'd be great if I could.
You should now.
You
Make
can now.
Stuff pay for it.
You can now. You can set your videos for as pay-only videos.
Good to know, but I wonder if anybody actually paid for it.
Somebody in the comments just said, I would pay for BrickSync tutorials.
Well, consider done. I'll give it a try on a BrickSync tutorial. I should get paid by Alexis, who still hasn't sent me the code, by the way. I'm hoping he watches this and sees that part.
Nobody watches this.
I don't anymore.
Yeah, last week was a fluke. We were deemed unwatchable.
There's one guy's opinion. There's everybody's opinion. Right?
We're unwatchable, damn it.
Hey, I was out last week. I am not unwatchable. I am, but not last week.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
More questions in the chat. We're sellers. Ask us anything.
Yes, please ask questions. And let me see if I can get over to questions that may have occurred from last week. You guys chatted up just a little bit.
While we're waiting on a question, I did find a pretty good deal this week. 5 Fun in the Park sets for $15 each.
It's a great deal.
great deal.
I was happy.
Lots of figs. Lots of good parts in there, too.
I left 2, and I went back today, and they were gone, which I expected.
I paid 10 last year when they went on clearance at Wally World.
Ooh,
That's good. I've never found the newer one, the Fun at the Beach. I've never found that one on sale before.
Saying as cheap as $29, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I picked up a few for 17.
I want the Dalmatian, the kayak, and a couple of animals. That's pretty much it. Actually, I want. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. So comments from last week. We got a comment from the famous Kale Lepart of train fame. Very, very interesting. I don't normally follow the news on Bricklink. I'm usually just concerned about buying parts for the next project, but hearing about some of the behind-the-scenes activity is fascinating. That was good. Let's see.
I actually saw Bricklink on Instagram. She was on it
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. It's good to see they did a lot of stuff from Brick Cascade as well.
Oh, I saw that.
How many times does Jacqueline touch her glasses? Every single time she became uncomfortable with the line of questioning.
All the time.
Thanks. It would be great to regularly hear from. This is from Eric W. Regularly from the Bricklink staff. I think you can have it pre-recorded as a podcast, and then during weekly business hours for them. And I thought this was a great idea, and they were also a proponent of that. And that is the store Bricks Pro. And a comment from Flash Pants thanking us as well, and also Bricklink from coming on to see a face with the company. And that's it. And 0 questions.
So we just got one in the chat.
Good.
If your acquiring sets the part out, how many do you like to shoot for? 5, 10, 20, 50, etc. For sets that are readily available.
Depends upon your funds available. So if you have $100 of funds available, you should, shoot for a very inexpensive set and part out as many as you can in the beginning, as you're trying to build up the number of lots. You should always also look at the number of new parts and the diversity that it adds to your store. And also if it takes you up and over any of these limits that you think might enhance a buyer's experience at your store, meaning you don't just have 2 of a part, you now have 10 or 20 or 30 because of that part out.
I agree with 5 as a rule of thumb. Because I won't want to part out less than 5 of anything unless it's retired with rare parts in it or expensive figs or some other exception I would make. Like a modular expensive set, probably wouldn't be more than 5 because I don't want to invest that much. But if I was doing poly bags, I'd probably do like 50 of them. Just depends.
Anything less than 4 or 5, I kind of felt like it was a waste of my time.
It does. I mean, you've got to really value how much time you're putting into it. I mean, it might be relaxing and you're saying to yourself, oh, this calms me and everything else. But once you take upon the responsibility of the store, that's already part of your process. That's no longer your personal time. That's now towards the store. So you've got to put a value of some sort on it. Even though it's therapeutic, it's still time spent doing store activities. And you really should sort of track that and, figure out what you're worth.
And be efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally an efficiency thing, and it's only therapeutic until your neck and back start hurting.
Yeah, true. And also...
Or until you get to the small bags.
Yeah. And then the parting out thing, since we're mentioning shingle piles, I have damage box sets like this one. It's pretty banged up, as you can see. It's on eBay because I don't want to part out just this one copy. The time is not worth what the parts are in it after I'm done sorting it, putting it away, creating new places to put in new lots, so on and so forth. So that's why my minimum is 5. It's to each his own. But when you're first starting out a store, sure, part out 1 copy, get the process down, figure it out. But when you're moving along, growing, you have to be able to scale. That's my rule.
You also talk about the form. Form. I would have never found these for $11 a piece. Now these give the store quite a bit of diversity.
A cool set too.
Where'd you pick that up?
Wally World.
Nice.
Online.
Wally World.
Very cool, very cool.
If you have only a couple one set and you don't want to part it out because it's a waste of time, what I would do is let's say we take one of the little city chase sets. You have the bad guy in the car and a helicopter. Split them in 2, sell just helicopter, sell just a car like on eBay. Usually does pretty good. You will not do as well as if you sold every part individually, but you'll sell it faster. You'll be surprised how well that went.
Subsets.
Yes. Thank you. Subsets. Trying to think of a word for it.
You can list those on Bricklink too, I believe.
Oh, they're such a pain to list, though. There's no real good way to actually search it. You kind of just have to look for a set and then look at people's notes.
Then, far as spending less time, like those DC poly bags I picked up for $2.50. Well, I picked up 12 of them, and it probably only took me about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, full part out, and went into the store. And now I have 12 dogs and 12 printed slopes in the store, along with other various parts.
So now I know which part you're referring to on the chat earlier.
You found
Looking
me.
at my price, yeah. I parted those out too.
Peace.
And he's referring to the Superhero Girls poly bag with the dog in it,
Yep.
for those wondering. For those playing along in the chat.
Yeah, I don't even see that set available on Walmart.
It might not be online, but it's definitely in store. My stores have loads of them.
Well, he was saying that he found Walmart online for 11.
No, it's the that's the Ninjago one,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
not the Crypto Dog or whatever it's called.
I was about to say, do not buy that poly bag for $11 online.
I just saw on Walmart that they had some of these Cole riding a fire dragon poly bag. I just sold a bunch this week, but they were $15 for that thing on there.
So by Walmart or Toy Wiz?
It's sold by somebody else.
That's why. Walmart's
Yeah,
trying
that's-
to take the Amazon model.
Like,
The secret to the Walmart is if somebody could find a price for that set and give you their zip code, that way you could shop their store and they'll ship it to you and you get it for that price.
It's an idea.
Gator Bricks is commenting that they don't see KB Toys going beyond a seasonal fourth quarter store. Given the nature of the toy business, department stores had huge advantage because they could shave off toy aisles of other merchandise. Very true, very true. And it's something that does happen. I can see that happening the same way that the Scream or Shout or whatever the Halloween stores are.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'd be totally down with that because there'd be hella sales every single year.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because they got to dump it.
Yep.
We got to be out by January 15th. All has to go.
Anybody reach any personal goals this week or get anything done that they needed to accomplish? Any pride points, as it may be?
Yeah, as bad as it is for me to admit, I actually now have all my new lots put away. I got real lazy and just left them in cups on the table for a long time, and now they're all in their proper homes.
That's a slippery slope, dude.
Yep, I know. It was only 56 lots. Wasn't that bad. All the,
I was hoping for 10,000, but I got to 9,000 something other this week.
You're gonna have to turn on the steam, man.
Well, I've got the
250. I want to see you in 5 digits by next week.
I've got the whole Brick Universe thing going on, the kids' Easter thing going on.
If
This
you can burn the midnight oil, go for it. I'm trying to drum stuff up for everybody.
Yeah, but the Midnight Oil
Make it a competition. Make it a competition that people can cheer for. Arr.
The Midnight Oil is the only time that I get to see my spouse by herself.
Ew.
So I was able to. We've got the brick box from Walmart from last year. Large red bag has been done. Working on the small red bag. That's a 97X part out. Gonna try to keep powering through those, as well as just added 50,000 pieces to the store yesterday.
Good.
did you get your pinks and purples done?
Oh yeah, pinks and purples are done. The yellows are done. Blues are done.
What about the black?
That's one of I've got to figure out what I'm saving for last.
That will kill your soul if you'll do it first.
Oh yeah, it's just it's a waste just because it brings the prime elements to the store before the other add-on elements are available for sale, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same as you. I'm down to all the hot colors now.
Yeah, worst to first is definitely the way to go. It's just whatever your worst to first is based upon your store, you know.
And I surprisingly sold a lot of the pink.
Oh yeah. And you will.
I don't know if I sold any of the pink before I closed down. So I think I have like a whole bunch of pink arches.
I sold quite a bit.
I'm gonna have to build a cotton candy castle or some crap like that.
Yeah, so I've got half of the part out for my brick boxes from Black Friday still to go. Got 22 copies. And I'm down to the white, black, gray, and I believe green. The last 4 colors to go. I'm halfway done. I think I'm gonna do green next.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pull green after there's the tan bag and the brown bag. So I'm trying to just formulate what is the best out of the 3 of those before I move on to the grays and the blacks and whites. Probably do grays last, actually.
Yeah, I did gray last.
Seems to be what basically everybody's wanting.
Yeah, light bluish, gray, and black, and dark bluish gray.
And white if in season.
Yeah, wintertime, but we're coming out of that.
Yeah, there's even a part of me that could be like, I can just hold on to that white bag for another 6 months and not do anything with it, and then hit it then, because it's better for the store.
I was gonna put that chess set, those 2 chess sets, on hold till last.
Those things are still available, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they the Pirates chess or the regular?
Well, yeah, which chess set is it?
The classic chess.
Okay, because the pirate one, I probably did 40 or 50 of those, and it has a really great selection of the colors in the 8x16 and 16x16 plates.
Yep, and pirate figs, which sell well. I've sold online.
You did well.
Yeah. So Brick Daddy asked, so as a seller, do we buy from places like Germany or wherever if we find parts cheaper than 6-month average? Me, yes.
Yeah. Just be aware that, it took, for the last order that came in, it was an 8-week wait time.
Yeah, so you have that money tied up.
Yeah, it was 60-something euros to ship it. So that's upwards of 80 some odd dollars for the shipment. So
yeah,
even the 2 motors that I got in from Finland. It was 28 euros to ship these 2 small boxes right here. Actually, let me go check. I think it was actually 28 for the single one from Germany and 55 euros to ship these 2. So that's $75 to ship 2 pretty small sets, and $33 to $35 to ship 1 from overseas. So it can be done, but you've got to be willing to handle the let's call it absorbent cost of shipping that can come in from that.
That's painful.
It was painful, dude. But they were the only store that had 2 in one store.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have 4, like the week beforehand, before I pulled the trigger on what I wanted to do. They had 4 in one store, and it was in my shopping cart. And I was like, "Yeah, score 1 shipping." I ended up having to have 3 different shipping fees from Europe for that, and it definitely over 100 euros spent on shipping for those 4 sets.
Great.
Hope that answered your question, Brick Daddy.
That's who's your second house money.
Yeah.
So you're saying something, Kimville?
Yeah, I was talking about the chess set again. Yeah,
Oh,
these
that
were
one.
$40 over at the Lego store, and I picked up a few of these, two of these, and a couple other things to get the 60 years set when I went out there about a month ago.
Oh yeah, right. Those are all gone. Those went quick. And I predict the same for the one called the Easter set that comes out the day after Easter. Is the minifigure factory to give away for next month? That one's going to go fast.
I want that one.
I do too. I'm probably going to place an online order, something I don't even want, just to get it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Did any of y'all ever buy that? It's not considered a Lego set; it's considered a game or a gear type of thing. The What Am I? Or Who
Oh,
Am
those
I?
are actually little minifig factories of their own.
Yeah. You ever see
I
the
got
logo
those.
on that?
Yeah, part of them out. Yeah, I had some. Damaged box.
Question: what markets do you prefer to sell minifigures? Bricklink, Brick Owl, Amazon, eBay. Well, if you're talking Bricklink, excuse me, you're automatically talking Brick Owl at the same time, because if you have one, it's the same type of platform. They're just different companies that do it that can be synced together, whereas Amazon and eBay are different. I personally only do Bricklink and Brick Owl, but
I only
Sure.
do eBay now.
I do
Only
eBay,
eBay.
Bricklink, and Brick Owl. And I just sold one on eBay today, actually. Speaking of Ninjago, I sold a dog shank. You remember that fig? I sold one on eBay today. I was really surprised. Not the Darth Maul, not the
oh,
not any of those really high end ones I thought would sell. No, it's a dog shank one. I was like, I'll just hold it up there and see.
I sold a Revan this week,
Nice.
and I remember when that came out. Was it 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago? As a promotional, people thought the market was destroyed on it, and I remember the local brick and mortar toy store near me was at BrickCon, and when the day it released, and he was paying $10 a fig for those the day it re-released, because he had everybody conned into believing that they were going to drop in price so much from the 1 or 2 days that it was available in stores.
I probably will pick up one of the new idea sets next month to get the freebie from Lego.
Mhm.
Either Ship in a Bottle or Tron. That should be enough to trigger the freebie.
Ship in a Bottle was disappointing as far as the size, and Tron, I talked to Chris about it last night, and he was actually a little surprised at the size of it as well. I had thought that the set was going to be much larger and have minifigures just as representation of what the actors looked like in the movie, but it actually is minifig sized. So
Yeah, there's nothing to it really. I didn't like the ship in the bottle. That's why I didn't bother with it.
you should use the ship from the 60th anniversary and shove it in there.
I can't open that.
Rick can too. You're surrounded by guys with stores that probably have those parts.
I don't even think mine's listed.
Mine is staying with me. I'm not selling it until I see it go for like 200 or something in a couple of years, and I'll get rid of it real quick.
Yeah. But the 60th anniversary, big deal, right?
Yeah. They'll have 100 soon. I'll get rid of it.
Those tiles flying out of everybody's store.
They'll go up in price here in about 15 years. When they come out with
I don't think. I
75-year
think they're
anniversary.
overpriced for where they are right now, and I don't think they're going to go that much. I'm actually considering dropping the price of mine in my store considerably, because I didn't buy the sets for that tile. I bought it for essentially those arches that were in there.
Don't tank the market.
I'm not going to tank the market.
Everyone else is.
Yeah, there's two
what
Lego people in the community that say that the are only valuable whenever they come out with a new anniversary set.
Yeah, they are. It's cyclical depending upon when they come out with the next one. So in 15 years, those will be great sellers.
That's a great long-term investment.
Yeah, a little bit too long. That's too long term for me even.
Yeah.
Yeah, those the red and that cheap whatever the hell they're calling those, that line. Was it create everything within your dreams or something like that for the theme?
Basically, the new brick boxes.
The new brick boxes. They've got Mission to Mars for like what they call on a brick box. By the way, that's actually a good part out set.
Anyone here picking up any of those limited instruction books for buying the one from Walmart?
I would love to have one for personal, but I haven't seen it.
You have to order, you have to buy it from Walmart. You have to send in the form to get the limited book. And it was like, I think it was only 4,000.
Those tiles are going for over $1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they come in like a $4.99 set?
Yeah.
Yep. You are correct on both fronts.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, it's initial overpricing on it. It'll figure its way out. It's just like when the certain other elements come out. Like look at the machete. The machete, which is a brand new element, it's in limited number of sets, and it's a weapon that's new for Lego, so that actually puts it into a whole other category. It's like 15 or 20 cents for it. I'm just surprised because it's the same amount as weapons that are no longer in production that are from Star Wars.
How are the skunks selling right now for you?
About the same. Not even worried about it. It's a crappy set, and
It is.
a lot of people aren't going to buy it, and I don't even know why you're talking about it to throw me under the bus on yet another bad business decision that I've made.
It is not though, but I'm just it's like
It was a great business decision before when they decided to use the exact same coloring for it.
it's such a cool little animal, and it's sticking like a what it's like a $7.99 set. That's not even that good. That's why I haven't bought it yet. I don't want it.
I got some beehives recently.
I got some beehives too. I picked up some beehives from Cool Kid Bricks.
And I've also got, well, I've actually all sold but one, 5 leopards and 5 jaguars. The bigger ones.
Haven't sold many of my animals, but that's also for me a long-term thing because I've seen how well the cats do, and the bears do, and all of the other larger animals that are realistic in size do in the midterm. Well, not even elephants. Like elephants were only in 2 sets, but look at cows, man.
Yeah.
Cows are
The goats.
right. The goats are a one-off. You can't really, but cows, they were in like a dozen sets or something like that. It's like $8-10 for a cow now because they stopped making them for 3-4 years.
Yep. I think you have to buy the cargo train to get them now, right?
Yeah,
That's how I got
the
mine.
blue cargo train, by the way, people.
Yep. I part out a bunch of those.
Unless I sold it, I don't remember.
So there's
Anyone else get
rumors
the
of a new
special
train.
Star Wars Black MVP or VIP card? Disappointed by the exclusive promotion so far. I didn't get mine.
You forgot the finger quotes on exclusive promotions.
Exclusive promotions. Nothing exclusive anymore from Lego.
Exclusive until they sell it to everybody else.
One question that was brought up though is what's going to happen to the Speed Racers line. That's only sold by TRU and the Lego store. Is they going to get another company to pick up this, or is it going to be the end of, automobile sponsorship in minifig scale as we know it for Lego?
They'd be dumb not to get someone else to pick it up.
It would be, but
That smells like Amazon.
I don't think Amazon's going to get any exclusive anything because Lego likes to have an on-store shelf presence. They like their product to be able to be available to everyone. at the price that Lego sets it as. And there'd have to be quite a bit of negotiation with Amazon for exclusivity of only Lego being able to sell that item on their marketplace and no third-party resellers, in my opinion, for them to buy on.
I can just see AutoZone picking that up.
I'd love to see some of the old time stuff like that happening. I was thinking about my comment with Circuit City picking up. That might suck, but you might pull a Circuit City modular out of it or something like that. Like, that'd be cool to have. I remember Deutsche Telekom used to do some sponsorship with Lego a while back, and you got different colored elements based upon that out of it. You got pink bike out of it and stuff like that, as well as some cool stuff for Tour de France. So when that type of partnership happens, you get cool printed pieces, or at least a good sticker sheet.
Don't forget Maersk.
Maersk, but even more so, like the old milk companies and crap like that in Europe. Like, that is cool as get out.
And Shell.
That's the stuff that I like.
Ooh, we forgot to talk about the stupid crap that we've encountered
Best Buy, Circuit City, whatever. Generic electronics store that basically people just go window shop at and then go buy it someplace else.
REI. Sorry. Nothing. Sure.
What were you saying? Sorry, go ahead.
Who? Oh, me?
Anybody.
We forgot to talk about the stupid crap that we've ran into on Bricklink. Remember we kind of talked about it earlier this week?
All right, go ahead.
Like our negative experiences with other sellers.
Oh, bad orders of the week type thing?
Yeah. It was your idea. Come on, dude.
I know. I haven't gotten any this week that were bad. It's few and far between that I get anything really bad from people.
I got one.
I'm avoiding those stores now that caused me extra due process on putting away Lego, which caused the formation of said shame pile in the first place. Lesson learned. Trying to inform others not to do the same.
I got one. From,
I did get through all of my shame pile that I had laid out and organized for like the previous 4 weeks. All got done in 1 week. I put like 20-something trays away in one night, but the box from this last Monday still just sitting on the table.
My bad order I got was in an envelope like this, your typical padded envelope, which is fine, except I had like 10 lots. They just dumped all the pieces loose.
Inside a bag. That's good. That's good.
And so not only did I have to sort it, I had to count it to make sure none fell out in transit. And luckily it didn't. They're big enough pieces. There weren't any studs or anything. But it was just annoying, so I sent them a rather unkind message and said, even if you use an old Lego bag and tape it shut, that would have been better than this.
I did see a video from Iceberg Bricks where he was roasting a seller. And then I went and did my due process research on it, and I was surprised to see that he had not actually given any feedback to the buyer as far as negativity in his order. And that's always something you should, if you feel that, if you're going to go to that point of making a video, not to diss Iceberg in any way whatsoever, he's a good guy. But if you're going to make a video about it, you have to know that there are people in the Bricklink community that are going to be like, okay, let me go verify what's going on here. And I did see that, that seller had left negative feedback for him, but he didn't reply to the feedback. And you should always reply to the feedback. He may even want to reply to that feedback with a link to that video so that, like sort of, quote unquote, defend your honor type of thing. That may be a thing that people might go to that are part of the YouTube community as far as actually getting their point across in feedback, because you don't have a whole lot of space to do it. That being said, as a seller, oh my God, that scares the shit out of me. Like, I really don't want people leaving video feedback for my order, because that just opens it up to all sorts of weird interpretation. Especially they might not always have their pants on. That's never good publicity.
And speaking of battle packs, I just got an order for 2 battle pack kits. I mentioned that earlier in the stream. And yes, I would love to see, mentioning someone here in the chat, the Happy Meal Lego sets come back. McDonald's. That would be cool. I mean, I liked them as a kid. I got them.
Yeah, they're good. They're good, I guess.
I mean, they weren't special, but it's cool. I can get Lego and a cheeseburger. This is amazing.
Mhm.
I will revert back to what Big B was talking about. Whenever I started e-commerce about 8-10 years ago, I just automatically assumed that somebody's going to be making a video of or unboxing my product. So I do the best I can, right.
I don't mind. I actually enjoy unboxing videos, and I like running across haul videos of people that have come and made purchases in my store. People in our community used to make videos a lot more just for everything because they loved making videos, and now the vogue thing to do is to do live streams. I am partially to blame for that, I realize. But I'm talking more just in feedback. I mean, if you get somebody in a rage on camera, that's awful publicity, especially if it links directly to a comment. That's scary thought. I could have somebody cursing up a storm, and some kid out in Utah click on that thing and have never heard half those words before in their life. The idea that scares me. I want to keep. I enjoy having the social media side of the store and the publicity, but it's a dangerous game to play.
I don't understand the concept of getting that angry over Legos.
Well, I mean, there's not to judge anybody whatsoever. I mean, certain people are very, very passionate about certain things, and it tends to happen a lot more with the younger buyers, or the buyers that aren't even supposed to be buying on Bricklink.
Mm-hmm.
We've discussed the bad feedback that I got from a buyer in the past that had not received their Lego in 3 days of purchasing it, and they made a purchase on a Saturday. Like, sorry, I didn't get it shipped out on Monday.
And in the chat, Ralph, I just noticed your post on Instagram, so cheers. That's all. You'll see it later.
I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Captain Brickstars.
It's pretty funny, whatever it is.
It is. The sub for you, sub back thing has got to stop, though. If you're actually doing something that's charitable and it's got an actual charitable side to it for donation, feel free. You can talk about that. But if you're just trying to get free sets from people because whatever, please don't. It's no fun for anybody. I'm not going to use a hammer on you or anything like that. Doesn't make any sense. People should be heard, but there's place time for all that stuff. Basically on your own channels, that type of is the space for it. See, they're sorry. Have patience. Does anybody have anything else to add?
I don't.
I'll be doing my normal vlog tomorrow, going over my plans for the week, as well as opening up another shame box from underneath the stairs. I've got a couple videos I've got to film for hauls that have come in, and I'm down to one last package from mail day to still put away. I'm gonna try to get after I get through my orders, pulling orders on. I'm gonna try to get the big red pieces into the store.
I am continuing sorting for building. It is not fun.
Have you emptied any of those stack-ons yet to make more room for, say, display?
Display, no. I've emptied about half of them. About half the drawers out of all of them. I went through my basic first, then I started going through the categories. Because I knew I'd need the basic stuff first to build with. But I haven't even gone through like my actual personal collection. I still got this is just basic plates in here. It's gonna take forever.
Separate them out by size. 1 by 2 by 4 by big.
It is gonna be by size and color.
Wow, so just like a store.
Yeah.
We have to separate new or used when you're building.
Nope. Not separating those. I'm putting them together. That's why if I wanted to, I couldn't reopen my store because I'd have to put everything as used.
We now have Captain Brickstars in the chat. He would like to donate a free Lego set to everyone, but the process being that you first have to donate a Lego set to him, and then then he'll reciprocate back on it.
So I donate you a set. You're going to donate it back to me.
Yeah. It's spam.
Yeah.
So timing out.
Hashtag seems legit.
Seems totally legit to me. Yeah. All right. So that's it. That's all. Unless Fu, you got anything? Of course. Before I shut it.
Same as always. Find me on BrickOwl BrickLink, and on BrickOwl our coupon code for hashtag SellerStream. 10% off your order. That's all our stores, I believe.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very true. Kittenville, anything to say? As you're getting up there almost to 10,000 parts this week.
Yeah.
You gotta set a personal goal for yourself. This is what I did in the very beginning. I want to put 400 parts a day into my store. 400 parts.
I have a goal of 5,000 a week after the Brick Universe. My store is Kittenville Brick on BrickLink. I'm on Kittenville Ranch on Instagram, and you can find me on YouTube as Kittenville Brick, and Facebook as Blabbering Cat.
What's your real name?
Blabbering Cat. All right, didn't know that one. I am Big B Bricks. If you are a seller, make sure you go out there, and if you use Brickstock, which you should, or BrickSync, go make a purchase from the developers. It behooves us to, get that money into their hands so they continue development and updates as we are brought new content and ways to do stuff by BrickLink. If anybody in the store has brought to you any knowledge, give them a little respect, give them a little thanks, and go make a little purchase in their store. Just saying, hey, I got something from this. I learned. I'm going to benefit. I'm going to, be a better person because of it. Whatever, what I'm trying to say. It is the Philly Hype Countdown. Less than 1 month till Philly. I will be trying to put together a build for that as well. I already know that I'll have a few things displaying with Penlug as far as part of their GBC contraptions. So if you're going to go, come up and say hi, and maybe we'll do some chatting. All right. That's it. That's all. Thanks for joining.